Hello everyone. Welcome back to The Fire and the Rain by Girish Karnad, Part 6. Let us refresh your memory. In the last class, we have seen that Yavakri, the son of sage Bharadwaj, was killed by the Brahma Rakshasa invoked by sage Raipya. It was done as a revenge for making love with Raipya's daughter-in-law Vishakha. Yavakri and Vishakha were once lovers, but she married Paravasu when Yavakri went away for 10 years for tapas. On coming back, Yavakri seduced her, which enraged Raipya, which made Raipya angry. Though Vishakha tried to warn him, Yavakri was killed by the Brahma Rakshasa. That was what we have seen in the last class, how Yavakri was killed by the evil power called Brahma Rakshasa. And now we are moving on to the portion. So here we start the Act 2. It was by the end of Act 1 that Yavakri was killed by Brahma Rakshasa. Act 2 begins here. As Aravasu was delayed with the death of Yavakri, he reached the council of elders very late. They waited for him all day and went back. When Aravasu reached there, only Nitalai's brother and friends were there. Aravasu explains to him the cause of delay. He had to stay and cremate the body of Yavakri. However, Nitalai's brother says that the elders decided to marry Nitalai to another boy of the tribe. Aravasu was shocked. Aravasu apologizes profusely, but his request to see Nitalai's father was not granted. When Aravasu insists that he will marry only Nitalai, he is handled roughly by Nitalai's brother. He accuses that Nitalai's brother accuses that Aravasu is an untrustworthy Brahmin. Aravasu returns home sadly. So we have seen that Aravasu was asked to attend a council of the elders of the tribe of Nitalai in order to decide whether Aravasu could be married to Nitalai. We have seen that Aravasu was a bit nervous about this meeting as well. And because of the death of Yavakri, Aravasu was not able to reach the council of elders at the right time. The elders waited for him for one whole day and went back. Though Aravasu explained all matters to Nitalai's brother, his apology was not accepted, and the elders had decided to marry Nitalai to another boy of the tribe. So Aravasu was really shocked, and when he insisted that he will marry Nitalai, he was manhandled. He was handled very roughly by Nitalai's brother, and he had to return home sadly. When Aravasu reaches home, his father Raipya was still awake. Aravasu sleeps in the corner of the veranda. At night, Paravasu comes home secretly. In fact, the chief priest is not supposed to go out of the sacrificial enclosure before the fire sacrifice is completed. Raipya becomes very angry for breaking the rules of the gods. Raipya accuses that he has deceived the gods. So, when Aravasu reaches home, uh, he sees that Paravasu comes home secretly. Paravasu was the chief priest, and as per the rules of sacrifice, the chief priest is not supposed to go anywhere until the fire sacrifice is completed. So it was actually a breaking of the rules. So that is why Raipya scolds him severely. And then why did Paravasu come? Paravasu came because he heard about the infidelity of his wife. Paravasu requests the permission to see his wife Vishaka. The angry Raipya leaves the ashram and goes out to the forest. He instructs him to take his wife and go away if he wanted to be with her. Okay, after um, Raipya going out to the forest, Paravasu and Vishaka talks to each other. Vishaka confirms that what occurred between Yavakri and her is true. Paravasu condemned Yavakri's attempt to gain knowledge by shortcut. So we can see that Vishaka is very truthful in saying the truth. Whatever that happened between Yavakri and her is true. Meanwhile, Vishaka had a terrible secret to reveal to him. So, what was the terrible secret that Vishaka had to reveal? She tells him that she wanted to be with Paravasu, but he is away from her at the sacrificial ground. So, Vishaka wanted to be with him, but he was not available. Paravasu was also far away. All the time she is spending with the old man Raipya at home. Raipya is trying to abuse her sexually. She was tortured by this when Yavakri came to her and talked to her very warmly. She admits that she is a sinner. She requests him to kill her. She humbly requests him to do human sacrifice by doing so. So, what was the terrible secret that Vishaka told Paravasu? The secret was that Raipya, her father in law, was trying to abuse her sexually, and she asks him to kill her as human sacrifice. Paravasu aims his arrow at her. Meanwhile, Raipya is hiding behind the ashram in order to listen to what Vishaka is saying to her husband. When Paravasu points the arrow at her, he hears the cuffing sound of Raipya hiding. He then turns the arrow from Vishaka to aim at the direction where Raipya is hiding. He shoots the arrow and Raipya collapses to the ground dead. So that was actually a patricide, killing of father on behalf of Paravasu. Paravasu kills his father. So these are the four important events in today's portions. That is how Aravasu was rejected by Netilai's elders as a possible candidate to her, candidate to candidate as a husband to Nitlai. Then, uh, why Raithya severely scolded Paravasu for coming home. Then the terrible secret revealed to Paravasu by Vishaka and Paravasu's killing of Raithya, his father. So these are the four important events we have gone through in this portion.